Today we're going to be going over the Dark Moon Fair once again. Let us begin. Okay, so jumping in towards everything from yesterday, I wanted to do a little bit of a follow-up video because I did all of the different types of turn-ins and everything, and I managed to get quite a lot of tickets. We currently have around about 1,450 Dark Moon prize tickets. This is pretty dang awesome, and that means we'll be able to buy a ton of different types of things. And instead of actually just telling you guys, I'm just going to show you my process on what ones I'm actually going to pick and buy and trade in, and then you'll see exactly what I'm grabbing to sell on the auction house. However, at first, let's just start with the mailbox for the day, which let's have a nice little mosey over to this, which comes in at 63,580 gold. Items of note are of course some recipes, some tarnished transmog, as well as a few different types of crafts, and if we go down we'll see all the other ones, which is more glyphs of gushing wound, and then we've got a Jaina's locket which we sold from our ICC completion chain quest for Shadowmourne. I recently found that in my bank and I decided to sell it, and it sold pretty fast in the grand scheme of things, about a week so to speak. That being said, with the War Scrolls of Battle Shout once again, let's pull in all of this gold at 63,580 gold, which brings us into a nice little healthy total for the day for not really doing an awful that much. Following on to that, let's go and have a nice little mosey over at all the different types of things we can purchase and buy. We have three different vendors. We have the heirloom ones, we also have these lovely ones, and then we have these ones as well. So let's have a nice little gander at the one on the furthest right and go into select all. We're going to have a nice little look at some of these different types of items, and we're looking specifically at the sell rate. As these are classified as transmog items in some senses of the word, because they are collected appearances, we're going to be wanting to look at the sell rates for in regards to transmog. So 0.007 is actually pretty good, and if we keep going down we can see that like 0.004, that's going to be harder to sell than these two at the top, if you know what I mean, and we're going to be wanting to correlate that with the price that you're able to sell it at. So realistically, I do not want to sell these leg pieces because I'll be waiting a good while, because the recent value and the DB min buyout is 198,000 gold, but if we look at the historical price, it's 24,000 gold, or near to 25,000 gold. We're looking at the historical prices because we want to see as long of a period as possible on the price of that item, because items do fluctuate all the time and transmog is on there for ages before they even sell. So the best way in order to combat this is to look at the sell rates, look at the historical price, not at the DB min buyout. This is how I like to do it. If you have another way of looking at it, please feel free to share that in the comments. But generally speaking, I will generally go for chest pieces because I know that they sell rather well at 0.009. However, the price for this is about 15,000 gold for the Dark Moon prize tickets. The historical price is about 15,000 gold once again, so we'll purchase one of those. If we keep going down towards everything, we can see that 0.003, no, I don't want that. 0.01 is the waste for this replica gear, which is 55 tokens for 24,000 gold on the historical as well, so I'm going to purchase one of those. As well as the waistband, I can see that the sell rate on that's pretty good, and the historical price is 25,000 gold once again. We keep having a look at everything, and we can see that 0.005, however it's about 6,000 gold currently, but on the historical it's roughly around about 18,000 gold, and I'm not going to spend it on that because at 75 tokens I really don't want to do that. With everything else, we'll keep going down and have a look at everything. This one doesn't have a sell rate, so how do we determine if it's any good? Well, it's a leg piece, and it's a cloth leg piece to be more precise. And if we actually control and have a look, we can see that it is the priest gear. So do we want to invest in that one with no sell rate? I'm probably going to not go with that. I don't really want to take the chance on that, so I want to see something that actually has got a bit of value to it and I can actually sell on for a decent amount. So moving down towards everything, we can see that the headpiece for the replica death mask is at 24,000 to pretty much 25,000 gold at 0.008. Going to purchase one of those as well as all of that. Keep going down and we can see that we've got 25,000 gold for the belt. So we're seeing a correlation between the belts for your waist as well as your head, as well as that. So we'll have a nice little mosey over towards that. Jumping over towards chest pieces, once again, we can see that 0.006 for that chest piece at 20,000 gold. I will purchase that once again. With the belt, waist is 0.007, 25,000 gold, going to purchase that. I'm literally looking at the sell rate and correlating it with this one's hands, and the historical price is about 17,000 gold. It's 55 tokens. You know what? I'm going to go for it. Why not? And I'm just having a look at the historical price. Now this is a good one of a good example. The replica feral heart boots, 0.007 on the sell rate, but the historical price is 10,000 gold. I'm not going to purchase that. 0.006 for the leg pieces for the feral heart kilt at the historical price of 25,000 gold, going to purchase that. And I'm so on and so forth. I'm just going to keep rinsing and repeating. 25,000 gold for that, 0.008, and keep going with that. Oh, we've got another nice little one, the Dark Mantle set, 0.14. This is really good. Historical price is 13,000 gold. However, you know what, I'm going to go for it because I know it sells quite well. And even more Dark Mantle stuff is selling quite well as all of that. And that's 16,000 gold. More of the rogue stuff seems to be selling really well at this moment. So what I'll do is I'll just purchase the entire set and just see how fast it sells. And there we go, we have the entire one there for everything. So we'll keep going, keep having a nice little look at everything on the sell rates, and we can see that the mail helm for the Beastmaster's cap is 0.1, 15,000 gold. Do I want to do that? Yeah, you know what, it's a monthly thing, so we can always restock a little bit later on, and we can always have a nice little look. Remember, all the stuff that doesn't sell for this month, we can then pad it out with all the other different types of ones for the following month. So the Soul Forge helm is a good one. Purchase that one, and also the Soul Forge breastplate, I'll purchase that as well. And if we have a nice little look at this, 0.006, maybe not this month, but we'll keep going. And we'll grab this replica Spolder of Heroism at 0.009 for 25,000 gold. So for this month, we've managed to we'll be able to restock with a ton of different types of replica gear, so that's pretty dang awesome. I'm very happy with that. For the following month, we'll rinse and repeat again with all of our alts and give those in, buy out all the ones that didn't sell, well, buy out all the ones that we didn't purchase from the vendor next month, and then hopefully we have a stockpile of every single replica gear, at least 2 of each. And that's how we're going to keep doing it with the gold routine on a monthly basis for the Dark Moon Fair. Following on to that, we will, however, jump over towards our Dark Moon Daggermore person, because we want to see how much we can actually get for this. And we can see that the battle pet on this one, the Dark Moon Daggermore is still to go into for about 17 gold. You times that by 10, that's 170 gold. And we're selling that for 6,000 gold. You're going to make a profit on selling that battle pet at a 0.01 sell rate. However, the recipes tend to sell the best out of everything, so I'm definitely going to invest in a load of these different types of recipes. How am I going to do this? Well, I did spend a load of gold from my backlog of gold in not my current float gold, so I did manage to purchase the Brutosaur, so I will purchase it and then use the mailbox, so to speak. Looking at the vendor, we want a couple of different types of things when it comes towards all of that. We can see that this Dark Moon Firewater potion is going for 225 gold. However, the price for Dark Moon Daggermore is 25 of those. So thinking about this in a sense of the word, you take 17 gold, times that by 25, and then you can see if it's worth it for you to actually do for the Dark Moon Firewater. For us, it's currently not worth even purchasing that, so we will skip over this one. And then we've got the translucent shell, which is at 0.004. Treat that as transmog for that battle pet. However, I think I'll get 3 of each, so that's 300, 150, that's 450, and then we'll buy a load of these. What we'll do is we'll get 550 Darkmoon Daggermaw, so we'll get that 550. It's 8,000 gold to purchase, not bad. I've now got that, and then we can then go over towards the vendor once again, purchase these, and what I want to do is I want to buy 3 of these, so 3 of these translucent shells, and then we'll grab 3 of these, and then what we'll do here is we'll buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is all of our Darkmoon Daggermaw sold. For more recipes and or items from the Darkmoon vendor, there is a couple of things that I didn't mention as of yesterday when it comes towards gold making in general, and that is your Darkmoon Rabbit and the Moonfang event. Obviously you guys know that you can get the Darkmoon Rabbit from this cave on the map right now, and that is a little mini boss for everything that you can take out, and you have a chance of getting a hold of Darkmoon Rabbit. The other one is Moonfang, and she is just over here, and you just got to take her out and you can get a hold of the pelt as a quest turn in as well, so Moonfang's pelt. And if we search that up, we can see that Moonfang's pelt is just there. It's at 0.03, it's 5,000 gold. You can sell it on for a decent amount of gold right there. If we go over towards our Darkmoon Rabbit, we can see that it's going for about 25,000 gold on my server at this moment in time. However, this one, I will state, is a very low drop chance in order to get a hold of the Darkmoon Rabbit. So basically, for me, when I'm actually here, if it's up and a load of people are running over there, I will give it a go. If not, I'm not going to bother, because there's no point waiting for the boss to respawn, and there's no point grinding it out. If the event boss is up and ready, I will go do it. If not, I won't bother. I'll just do my standard routine and sell that on the auction house. Following on to all of that, I will update this all into the TSM Mega Profile, which is on the Patreon as well, guys. So I will be updating that over the next couple of days, because I have a load more other things to add into the profile as well. Other than that, have an awesome one, and I wish you all the best for the day. Take it easy, and I shall see you soon.